Okay, let's take a look at the stock market. These are the S&P 500 futures. We're going to look at the weekly chart, the daily chart, and the trade of the day. Look at this number right here on the MACD on the weekly chart, 136.5. That's really high. Really, really high. You look back here a little bit. Back at this point, way back here, we are at 175. Back in May of 2021, that's the highest it ever was in the history of the S&P 500 was in this area right here. So we're way up here. And this is very, very high. This is, if you get above this line right here, which is like 100, that's just nosebleed section. You can see only for a short time back in 2021, really just for that 1 year. That's the only time it ever was really sitting up there for an extended period of time above 100. This was the Federal Reserve pumping all kinds of money, printing money left and right, being the total jackasses that they are, and ruining the nation. That's what all that is. Just extreme, money flow, lots of liquidity, right? BlackRock spending money at the Federal Reserves, being their little lapdogs and, basically ruining the markets. And same crap we saw back during I think the first or second Iraqi war with all that loose money. Remember all that talk about, oh, it's a housing bubble. That was a problem. They lent money to people who shouldn't have had loans. People just totally missed it. Had nothing to do with lending money to for people who want mortgages. Had nothing to do with it. Everything to do with the war and all that loose money that was used to finance the war. People just don't understand what really happened back then. And it's exactly what we saw right here. Same thing. It just wasn't a war this time. So in any case, here we are in the nosebleed section up here in the MACD. The SMI, Stochastic Momentum Index, is showing all kinds of divergence going on. Again, you gotta remember, this is the weekly chart. So, when you start seeing massive divergence showing up in the weekly chart, you should really start taking notice. I mean, just look back here in 2021. The entire year was nothing but divergence. The whole damn time. The whole time. It was divergence. And I don't think there was a month that went by there wasn't divergence in 2021. It had to fail at some point. It was craziness. So here we are again. Way up here. We may hit 46.31 here soon enough. And as I said last week, the only thing above that is the all-time high. But we're in a different place right now, right? We have high inflation. We got the Federal Reserve trying to reverse all the problems they created. And, not to mention all the crazy corruption in D.C. with creepy Joe Biden, pedophile, idiot, bonehead, and whatever. The list goes on and on and on with the disease up in D.C., which is part of the landscape in the stock market as well. So yeah, we may hit the 46.31. I'm not trying to make this into a political video by any means. I'm just saying, let's get real here, right? America's on the bleeding edge and the markets are showing it as well. So if we get above this 46.31, anything can happen up in here. So we'll see what the Federal Reserve does. I think if it gets up into there, the Federal Reserve may even put a stronger chokehold and raise the lending rate even higher. Because what are they going to do? As one of my mentors, Steve Miller, said, they're all out of ammo. They're out of bullets. And he's 100% right. They are out of bullets. They got nothing. They destroyed the economy in the United States, right? In addition to all the corruption that's stacked on top of all this bad economic policy. Yeah. Keynesian economics. Austrian economics is what we want, and we got a bunch of Keynesian bullcrap. So we'll see if this gets up above this 46.31. And I think if it does, if it starts approaching the all-time high, and that's a big if, because with all this divergence going on, the market looks very vulnerable to me. But if it does get up into there and it gets up to the all-time high, I think you're going to see the Fed re-engage and they're gonna stuff in some more rate increases. I just don't think they're gonna let it get that high and get out of control. So we'll just see what happens there. But this is all looking very nosebleedy to me. We're way up in the upper bleacher section here. Divergence is popping off everywhere, and the market looks extremely vulnerable to me on the weekly chart. Okay, you can see the dates here for cycle lows. All right, let's look at the daily chart. Right, so today we had a pretty small range day. This is very typical what we've been seeing, right? We've been seeing a lot of small range days. Most of these days in here are small range days. Right, look at that, you just sprinkled in there. They're all over the place. Just small range days everywhere. Everywhere small range days, and occasionally we get a day that's like, 60 maybe. Some of these in here. Right, just small range days, the typical of price going up, stair step, up, bing, bong, bing, bong, bing, bong, that kind of stuff. I said last week, I think we're going to see consolidation, and I think we're beginning to see that now. So, this period in here, maybe some consolidation going on here. Unless it just breaks out and gets above 46.31, then all bets are off, and we'll look at that if and when that happens. Here in the daily chart, we're also seeing divergence. Again. So, right now, the market all the way going back to March, all the way back here, there's been no real weakness in the market. It's just been gangbusters. Anytime you get a cycle low, you just be getting this tiny little pullbacks. Tiny little pullbacks. Tiny little pullbacks, right? You see that? Everything's just small pullbacks and blast off. So I think we'll see a consolidation here a little bit, and then we'll see if this is going to be a big test, right, for the market. If it consolidates and starts to pull back into August, late August, okay? But right now the market just continues to look like, nothing's going to stop it. Which is fine. There's money being made here. I got no problem with making money on the long side or the short side. I just think that the United States and markets are in big trouble. Big trouble. If this market is allowed to reach all-time highs, forget about it. Forget about it. You're going to see some crazy stuff going on. You think we got inflation now? If this market reaches all-time highs, you're going to see some serious inflation. Our people are already really struggling with food prices and just being able to pay the mortgage and rent every month. You put gas in the car. If this thing gets all-time highs and the Federal Reserve clamps down and raises the lending rate even more, food prices will go up more, commodities are going to go up more. It's going to get really nasty, folks. If this market doesn't make a downturn, then get ready for, I don't want to use the word hyperinflation, but it could very well get into some serious I don't call it superinflation, call it what you want. But it is going to be a serious stranglehold on in the United States, maybe even the world. Things are looking really, really ugly right now. All right, let's look at the trade of the day. All right, here we are on the 5-minute chart. This theme's been playing out over and over and over. I really hope members are paying attention. Here we are at 6:55, I think it was, 7 o'clock a.m. Texas time, right here. You really can't ask for better. This theme's been pre-market. Sometimes it's 6, sometimes it's 7, sometimes it's just before the opening bell for intraday. Within that 2 to 3 hour window, more times than not, you get an entry opportunity pre-market. Really, seriously, does it get any better than this? Just stop and pause the video for a second. Think about where this alert is at. It's like an hour and a half before pre-market, because here in Texas, 8:30 would be the open compared to 9:30 on the East Coast of the United States, right? So here we are about an hour and a half before the market opens. And if you just look at this, just draw like a line with an arrow at the end. Is it this way? Is it this way? No, it's not, right? It's this way, right? It's up. Now, obviously, this is difficult to maintain this, but guess what? This is typical kind of right at opening. it goes berserk Obama and pulls back real hard and then goes nuts for the rest of the day. Now, I'm not saying every day does that. Some days pull back real hard, whatever. The only thing I'm trying to tell you is that pre-market, there's been, I don't know, 70% of the time, 60, 70, 80% of the time, there's been opportunity pre-market. Very, very common. Even if you just rode this up to here and then got out before the market opened, my goodness, there's your trade for the whole day. You don't need to do anything else. Right? That's 20 points right there. Right there. And we just saw the range for today was either 32 or 35. Right? So once again, what is 20 over, I think it was 32 today. I'll have to look again. It doesn't really matter. Approximately that. Right? Approximately 2 over 3, right? 67% here. Maybe not quite, a little less. But just think about it. You're grabbing 60 to 65% of the total range of the day right here on this one alert. You don't have to do anything for the rest of the day. You could just, even before the intraday opened up, you relax, you're done. Take it easy, put your feet up, work your day job, watch the kids, whatever you're doing, mow the lawn. Okay? I'm not trying to be nonchalant and casual and careless. I'm just saying, if you're a member, you should be taking advantage of these opportunities. I mean, here was another alert. If you want to go against the grain, well, what is that alert telling you? It's telling you as soon as this thing rolls over, if you want to go short, that's fine. Look at this. It's the 20 points in the other direction. Okay, and then in typical fashion, this happens, I don't know how often, I didn't look at the statistics, but it happens frequently enough. You get this late day. This happened at 2:10 here, Texas time. You get this alert. And, you wait a little bit for this to curl over and come up, curls up and under, starts coming up. That's when you make your entry. And there you are all the way through the end of the day. Right now, this is futures because the intraday would have closed about right there. But even if you were trading options or just, the SPY, the SPX, you still had, 40 minutes of trading right here, which was about 7 or 8 points. I guess that's $7.50 on the spider, or however it works on the spider. I don't really trade the spider, to be honest with you guys. I trade futures almost exclusively. So, I mean, there's two opportunities. There was actually 3 opportunities here. One, trade of the day there, another one there, that's supposed to be a 2, and this was 3. All of them were opportunities. You can see you got multiple opportunities here on the 5-minute chart, which is very common to get opportunities on the 5-minute chart. Which, by the way, this is streamed live, as I mention every day. This is streamed live to the members, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, and the 1 hour. All right, so they get those charts streamed all day long, 5 days a week. All day, 24 hours a day, because futures are basically open 23 out of 24 hours. So I just keep the charts up and running Monday through Friday. All right, so that's the trades of the day on the 5-minute chart. Now, we looked at the streaming charts, and over here on the Discord servers where the membership services all take place for the members, you can see people chatting in here. I put some charts in here a few days back for copper. Here's the S&P 500 alerts channel. Okay, so that streaming chart we just looked at, the 5-minute chart, it also, we get the those streaming charts that get us plus alerts on that indicator come over here to the Discord server, and you can see right here in the S&P 500 alerts channel, here was an alert that came in this morning. Right there's that 7 basically a 7 a.m. alert on the 5-minute chart. And there's some other alerts in here too. Here was that alert in the afternoon, the 2:10 p.m. one. Okay. So they get alerted. If they want to watch the streaming charts, they can. If they're busy doing their thing, they can just have their alerts set here on the S&P 500 alerts channel. I've had people come in and take the membership. By the way, if you're interested in the membership, just click on the link that's in the description below the YouTube video. It's going to bring you to this server. Make sure you read that entire comment, because there's some things you need to do to make sure you register properly to become a member. Then you can click on subscriptions, okay? And we'll look at that in a second. But guys, $7.99. $7.99 a month. Now, I've had some people come in. They might come in for a month and leave. It's just really weird. It's like, I don't know what you could possibly gain out of being a member for a month. I don't get it. People come in for 1 month, they spend $8 and they leave. But what could you have learned in a month? I really think that some people expect miracles in a month, right? They want to come in and they've got to make a bunch of money in their first month. I think they want someone to hold their hand. That's not how membership services work. You got to take the time to learn what the service offers, grow as a trader, and then figure out how to make more than enough money to pay for a year's worth of membership in 1 or 2 trades. That doesn't happen in a month, especially new traders, Have I said this before? I'm going to say it again. If you're looking to come in here for a couple weeks and make a bunch of money and someone's going to hold your hand, don't waste the $8. Go somewhere else. I'd rather not be bothered with those type of members because you're not being realistic. You got to be dedicated and spend the time and become a good trader, right? No service in the world is going to hand you trades. I think people want someone to show their charts. I'm going to be trading. You're going to follow my trades. It's what everybody else does, right? They want the same thing everybody out there is doing. Then why did you leave their membership and come to this membership for a month? If you're just looking for the same thing. Well, he doesn't show himself trading. I wanted to follow his trades. I want to trade exactly what he trades. You already tried that and it didn't work, right? Because you left all those other memberships and came to this one. And then when I didn't sit there and day traded all day with you watching me doing charting and getting in and out of trades, you leave? I mean, seriously, don't waste the $8. Don't waste my time. I want people who are willing to come and learn and stick around, be patient. If it was me and I was coming as a new member, I would do either no trading for a few months until I really learned what was going on, or if I did do any trading, I'd keep it super, super small, really small positions. And then when I have a really good feel about what's going on, then I start making a little bit bigger trades and the membership's going to more than pay for itself. But if you're looking to come in for a few weeks or a month and they get all disappointed and leave, well, I can tell you right now, you did not spend anywhere enough time to become a good trader. And you never will be if that's what you're going to do, jumping from service to service. Forget about it. You're looking for, and I said it before, people who are looking for the utopia trading service, you ain't never going to find it. There's no such thing. It's up to you to become a good trader. This service will help you do it, but I'm not going to hold your hand. You got to put in the effort. I don't have the time. Make the time. My goodness, it's $8 a month. It's not like you're spending a fortune here. You're spending small money for this service. I've had people just told me this week that they made more than enough money to pay for the service for a year. I've had some people that were only trading options or stocks and then started trading futures and they're consistently making money. Now, I'm not telling you to come and join the membership service just to trade futures. You can if you want to. That has a lot to do with you. You can still trade options or stocks, whatever you want. Just don't expect miracles. Okay? No one's going to give you a miracle. The service will help you, but you got to put in the time and you got to be patient, really patient. I've been doing this for decades. Okay, and I'm patient. I do a lot of swing trades because I realize that sometimes day trading is not the best way to go. Sometimes I'll day trade. Like 2 weeks ago, I traded almost every day. And I showed my trades to the members for an entire week. I was trading the euro to encourage the members. Okay, how did I do that? How did I consistently make money every day? Well, you can't learn that in a month. I know I'm kind of going on here, but it's a little bit frustrating when members come in for a few weeks and then leave. Just don't waste my time, okay? Just don't do that. If you're going to come in and stay for a few months until you get good at it, don't come in and do all-in trades. Do not join the service looking to do all-in trades. I hate those kind of people. I hate those kind of traders. Just don't even bother. Don't waste my time. Just don't even come in at all. Learn to come in, learn how to use proper position size according to your account size. Learn what risk management is. Take the time to do it right. Okay? All right, I'm not even going to get into showing you what my service is and all that. If you're really interested in the service, there's tons of videos out there. I put videos out every day. Go back and watch some other videos if you really want to know about those services. All right, hope everybody had a really good day. Happy trading, everybody. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.